increase, but in this dream things plummet. So I summon from within. Angels and demons like Dan Brown. If you angling and scheming, stand down. It's arranged changement, scripted, planned out, strange. We understand now how they ran the damn town. Came on land, handed out books, scriptural to literal. But if you question it, they got rid of you. Democrat, Republic, conservative, liberal. Who's ever told you same party you attend is political? It's clear they rather have you vote the queer way. Controls the confusion, using a cavalier sway. Conspiracy theories get them for fear's sake. Most what they call history's merely hearsay. You offer salat or pray to them we'll pray. Since a lot of y'all woke, then let's hope this year make the year for a clear break. Angels language, devil's dialogue, anguish used to keep us languid within the tankage. Aim is to ensure we remain in language, brainless with no heart, cowards framed in anguish. This pain is tameless. I've earned the right to set ablaze the day and burn the night. I'm not an elevate or day, nor bright burn, but I burn bright. Yearn to fight the lion, done learn to write. What you feed the mind determines the appetite. Vibrate at my highest interference to the satellite. Like I've been little my whole life. Had to fight, got foreigners and aliens in my battle site. I'm more Adozazi than Nazarite. Most you bloggers are babblers and acolytes. Now they y'all act alike. Society's in an uproar. Our people still bickering amongst each other as if the world isn't listening. Division is the tradition. I'm using supreme mathematics, subtraction and addition. Thing between Ukraine and Russia, some are still enlisted. It's fictitious corporations, armed forces, and its mission. That problem solving, but multiplying. Issues in a cult-like fashion. People in bulk dying instead of us unifying. You rather talk slick through an iPhone screen. Disrespectful with the comments with our own memes. Mentality, reality, you cry, moan, scream. Personalities of a Mach 5 drone or clone beam. Wait till y'all out with this next cyclone green. The Queen Mother's throne king. I'm more enlightened now that I've dropped you. This might shock you, then again it might not. Yet I opt to. You move like how a cop do. I will think outside the box, you to stop you. What's a savage to the sacred? You like average, basic. Need more than your tablet and apps to come back with this creative. Deflate the hatred. I give love. If it's not reciprocated, no love lost. Straight my natural state is, and I'm not yet in my prime, y'all. This rhyme's called Angel's Language, Devil's Dialogue. You hit a firewall, the final call. It's your time to fall, my lighter. Blind them all. Lest I be single with no further ado. I bring to you, live and direct, myself, tired that son, Kingo, doing my thing too. For anything they owe. For sure. I teach you all. Look, earlier I received an upload. Was told to reach out, touch those, crush foes. Speak out, bust flows, duck woes, balance the ups and lows, open windows, shut doors. Pay attention to what grows and what doesn't, what was and what wasn't. Various, what I've been ever since I was born at the commencement. I adorn squash, beans, and corn, lots of strings and horns. Over the beat, swing of a one, outdrum the outcome, the child of athlete is back in action, fact not fashion. Most y'all internet has-beens, more like commercials, with whack acting, from commercial to action, I'm laughing back up to laughing. I spit man, God, civilization, John G. Jackson, like a Gatlin, the last dragon, cosmic memory of an Atlantean, E3 technology is who I am in skin, walking the landmass is Atlas. Some say I'm batshit crazy, but that's the masses for you. Can you blame the people? Most been trained to be feeble, tame sheeple by the evil who means to keep you cashless in the fastest society, where the vax and the mass are the blame for the dying street. You the root race, they medieval. Eat the cheap food they feed you or read through these fools. Restorer or rebel, can't play God unless acquainted with the devil. Polarity you choose, acquainted with its level. Frequency, distance is an illusion, so please unveil the confusion. Look beyond the shadow of the late and hollow years, see the far and distant lands where tomorrow appears. Put it in perspective, decision of each being the latest, most accurate vision of peace where each one teach one to reach one, freeze one from under the treasonous thumb of the impeached one. Remember, all skin folk are not kinfolk. While I hold a sword in my left hand, I write a pen to pen quotes. Word to see Lord L. I'ma be more hell to these foreigners till they leave our air, land, and seashore and sell their asses right back across that agua. Screw y'all's dishonorable dogma. Something proper with no lube. The past 25 years I've been the son of solitude. The oil that fused my chakras is cruel. Love my people towards the evils. I'm heartless and rude. Firstborn of Inkle, the dawn of the twinkle. Twinkle little sun, I got bright and I could think too. I blink through a wrinkle in time, Rip Van Winkle and rhyme. And my shit stink too to link you to source. Yes, you rather have AI sink you. I not only know the ledge, I'm on the brink too. They wanna extinct you, your essence is viable. Crimes against humanity, your oppressors liable. They try to write on my recital, yet my presence vital as the session's title. Welcome to the seventh cycle. The heart of man is as the sun. The reception order for the divine ray of spiritual intuition descending unto man. The brain of man is as the moon, the source of human intellect. The body of man is the earthly vehicle. Let the sun impregnate the moon, or let the spiritual fire prompt the human intellect. And let the result fructify in the womb of a purified body. And you will develop the son of the sun, the quintessence, the stone of the wise, true wisdom, and perfect happiness. I teach you up. I am the great matriarchs, give to America, rare, uncut, sun-complected, yet deemed wretched of the earth. Though my old blood's possession shall accept the most rejected, nevertheless, check the record of my birth. Never read a book for knowledge of myself, the silence I felt, not from wildness of wealth, but from rawness of my breath. I received meditatively, my mother and father educated me, I often faith creatively. I've walked through a few schools of thought that truth is art and has no cause, yet the cause of everything. Falsehood is not, yet the manifest of right. Once in darkness comes to light, these words Timothy didn't write, that didn't quite shit well. We're the gang of y'all when it comes to fiction, hell. Truth is stranger, y'all. I came to y'all to bring the fault of a government that's been de facto and the enemy of so-called black folks. I make sure being realistic and admistic. How's it we've allowed this shit from go defiant now? Cryptic, are y'all complicit in spirit with the metaphors? Metaphysics also makes me America's curse. I'm not in competition with men or women. I'm defending my household from those who are pretending, garbed and skinned the same as us, taking up the same name as us, who attempt to claim the same reign as us. Y'all be satisfied with societies like Westworld, where Bernard's really Arnold. Dolores is your best girl. Universal soldier, iRobot is now the task force. The vast passports is on its own crash course. With or without y'all, I'ma own my role and bring fire upon them. That's on my soul. Y'all waiting for the Galactic Federation to come save y'all. Another United Nations site up to further enslave y'all.
We'll get this now, Black man. Come on, shit.
We had some younger children in a nutshell. One by Mardu, which is known as Mardu
Yeah,
in one
get out
mythology,
there.
which is known as Amun Ra in another mythology, which is known as Yahweh in another mythology, which is known as Zeus in another mythology.
So, ladies,
We
sit right
had
there.
these younger gods that went to war with her
Ah,
in
you
one of her
crazy, boy.
consorts called Kingdom, which was one of her
Stop,
earliest
scratch
sons
up beside
and
the
her
door. Sit
consorts.
your ass down.
She went to war with them, and they went to war with Tiamat, and these primordial gods, this primordial god was defeated by her son, Mardu. Zeus, Amun Ra, or Yahweh, or any of the male deities. So that male deity destroyed the mother principle.
You're from the tribe of Issachar. You are the Mexicans, the Aztecs. That That's what they did with the 12 tribes. And they would never wanted you to find that out. So all of y'all that's sitting around fighting each other and hating each other and saying he black but he ain't black, I'm black and you black. No, you're all black. You're just 12 different types of blacks that have had your mind erased so you don't know who you are. And as long as they can keep y'all fighting amongst yourselves, you will never unify and walk in the true power that you have. Not one tribe, all 12 tribes. If all 12 tribes walk together, matter of fact, it's written, if I can just get 12,000 from each one of y'all to walk together and get the 144,000, which is the same frequency of melanin, you could send up an ancestral noise that's like a weapon. They know that. They don't want you to know that. Matter of fact, I guarantee you, before this is all over, if you're not recording this one, it won't be around when I go to do the countdown. They gonna make sure he done went out there and told them who the hell they was. I don't care. I'm gonna say it again. The American blacks, the West Indian blacks, the Haitians, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Dominicans, from Guatemala to Panama, the Mayans, the American indigenous, the Seminole indigenous, Colombia, the Uruguay, the Incas, the Mexicans, the Aztecs, and Argentina and Chile. You are the descendants of the 12 tribes.
Okay. Not really a lie. But he just, everybody's got to put their little spin on it. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, beloveds? So as you see there, I've got the old picture from Prometheus, which most people aren't aware of what Prometheus is. Well, when in the last part of our beloved brothers, wait, excuse me, guys, I'm still tired. When I got plenty of rest. I can use more. When what's the name was talking about, and he said Yahweh. You got to remember that Yahuwah, Yahweh, Nimrod, whatever, Balboa back, and then what goes before that? What was the other name that I threw out there? I know it's hard for people to ascertain when they're caught up in their religious what as I've stated before, what they've been conditioned with, what they've been nurtured in, sadly, raised in. That means to further tear a person down, to look outside of yourself. And to let you know, I do not dispute creation's origin. Is there something bigger? Of course. But what if you are what's bigger and all the prairies and the fears and everything here, when you go back and realize, let myself go down there blank-minded to exist in all these different lives and then gather back up in the source. And that every one of you have control to stop the perversion. It's like your body wanting to cleanse the bad blood, but you do nothing for it. So instead of fasting and then coupling in together to go and pick the right pine needles out of the 14, to pick the right 7, you pick the 7 bad ones, so you further pollute yourself. Or you go to the stream that's got all the dead oxen and bison and saber-toothed tigers and lions, the real lions. Ours were bigger than those in Africa and everywhere else. All dead in the stream because they've been murdered by an enemy, so you still drink of it. So you cannot remove the toxins in your blood because you keep compounding and confounding. So I put that there to show you that if you look at Prometheus, which is based upon a Titan god, what Titan god? What was allowed to exist? Y'all saw the picture I showed of the zigzag cliffs if you Google Earth, right? Now, all the pale skins who are very arrogant and ignorant, who are not of this land or this world, who will sit there. Like yesterday, I had a goofy one come commenting on my beard, like, shut up with your faggot ass self. I'm not here to dismiss homosexuality, but I'm here to dismiss it in its entirety when motherfuckers who have no heir to this land are pushing an agenda on my ancestral republic. So mind your fucking manners. Now, again, not to get off, we're going to break down swear and profanity. We're going to break down what is a curse and what is not. But as far as the narrative of Prometheus, I want to go ahead and I want to keep it as informative to you and without going too far out the pocket. All right. So, they're always going to go back to Greek, which is bullshit. All right. And Latin, which is bullshit. Okay. Just letting you know. Not dismissing the narrative, but everything you see today is not even a source but a reference to what was, but is not in its completeness. I don't care what you find and what you think. Those cliffs and what you see there, that's why they took the name Zion, these fake Herzl and all of them. When they came here, there was no Zionists. They utilized that to dismiss your original history. We always talk about Atlantis always being just in the ocean. That was a landmass that was one. Grand Canyon still has that part. Why Mexico, which is not its original name, is an island. And this perversion is running around because they don't match the energy. Not all, but it's quite a bit, and you can see it, regardless of the manipulation, just like here. Okay? So one of the Titans is the supreme trickster. So when you want to say Loki, I don't know if any of y'all went back and found the video where I named up to, this so-called Lucifer, Satan, Beelzebub, Azrael, whatever, had over 600,000 something, and another one was 6 million names. No, 600,000, 600, whatever the number was. I've got to go and pull it up. It's way down in there. But had many different names to allude to one character. Why do you think that, if y'all want to call it God, and said for a year gods, what would make you think that the head of the head of the body of the octopus and the tentacles going out and having multiple different lives, experiencing all walks? What if this was just a moment before he says, I'm not going to do that? All the mayhem, the death, the abuse, the system that's supposed to be there to assist and help, the perversions of it, him freeing himself or it or her or whatever, right? To have billions of lives, if not trillions, all over, everywhere, to choose the one that he would allow to exist. What if, as I stated, even in the Bible, time is significant to him? That's why I said time and patience is the most powerful. And he allowed so many things to see what derivatives would come if he, at a moment, could pull himself back and stop all of this. God, whatever you want to call it. And it was to take precedence over a period of time formulated for us to recognize and to detach us from living long to every time he's checking and changing it and manifesting something different to see the experiences. Ergo, reincarnation, religions, things that are meaningless. What if this grand experiment of his is to look at these goofy people like the Rothschilds and all of them, who have no clue that they're manipulated, and the spirit of their true light has been shadowed to be darkened, so that he could say, I cannot allow that, like blood vessels, that cannot exist. That must be cut away from the whole diatribe. What if the creation, or the creator of creation, was to pit himself against himself in a matter of minutes, which could be 1 trillion years, a matter of seconds, a moment? See, when I express stuff, you need to really pay attention and listen, because we keep running around doing dumb things. Yesterday, I went over to Lex Wills, and I was going to go ahead and start searching out the videos. He's got so many up. And I said, what am I doing? I love my brother Kiramil. I love all of them. He says, I'm not going to waste my time with that. Insignificant. This is the higher learning. This is for those who still don't know but believe, all right, that it's impossible. His intellectual side was empathized by the apparent meaning of his name, Prometheus. Theos. Theosophacy. Theos. Me. I don't think you get it. A forethinker. Is there a possible way to collaborate things to keep people despondent, but still get a response? In common belief that he developed, in common belief, I'm not even going to look that word up. That's a spell cast upon people to accept, as far as whether it's mythologized or it's factualized. Don't buy into either. I can guarantee you it's a fact. He developed into a master craftsman. And in his connection, he was associated with fire and the creation of mortals. Well, in order to have fire, you have to have air, right? And you have to also have a source, right? So if you have earth, air, wind, you get where I'm going? We went from this great society where everything existed and the things that were necessary, and as we have slowly, we believe, degraded, which is not. Everything's become very simplistic. There's an issue, though, with those who wanted to hold on to a certain place. But for what? Is that part of his existence? To see that and to dismiss it? This whole period of time can be eradicated and never be a remembrance, only that to which created it. These wars, as I keep expressing, it's not even a true word, war. Everything you see going on is because you allow it. Your fear of a bunch of idiots running around in costumes, and I hope they really come over and watch and listen for once in their little meager, insignificant existence. Because they will be cut away and completely, not even a remembrance. It doesn't mean go and act a fool. You can exist in a memory or thought or even in a new place. They don't get it. So there is an image I'm going to share with you. I say it because y'all know I used to go to Momo Art Store. I draw, I paint, blah, blah, blah. This is a picture I used when I was in college, when I was writing about Prometheus before the movie even came out. I was looking at Titans and all these gods, and the fact that before it was something, Greece was here. Just to let you know, everything was here. Everything was everywhere. It was no one place. I already broke that down. You can go back and check that video. All right, and I believe there's a subtitle, and it'll let you know. So what people have an issue with is the original man, but they want the God of existence to be opaque. And even though there is no such thing unless you're talking about albino or suffering from albinism or leprosy, which is the crux of existence of Down syndrome and a lot of other things. That we'll get into that another day. Why did I do that? Because, as you know, this painting was by a fake Jew. Do the research on it. They had to put themselves over. We were never goy. As far as the Turkish narrative of fake Yiddish, I believe it's still kind of underdeveloped. They say 1939, which would be, y'all know that wouldn't be 1939, it would be 939, just to let you know. Yes. This was supposed to be based out of, I don't know if it was the 3rd century or something like that. So that means not too long ago, but you see the origin, just as Putin has expressed the original people of all these lands. Now, I commented on a couple of videos that popped up today for, I don't know why, I guess Lex Sophia, and it has many other names, is listening, because you know it can map you in your house how you move around your internet, has been listening very well. So it popped up on my YouTube, and I'm like, no, we don't do that there, honey. Y'all can do that boo-boo stuff on Insta Boogie and Facebook. And I said, well, let me have a look here. And again, here we got the pale skins telling a little story that fits their feeble-mindedness. All the melanated people of Europe, named after an Algonquin queen, empress, a real one, all the pale people that built those societies there, and when the pale skins moved in there, and we're not talking about the relatives that were murdered along with the brothers. We're talking about the new, as I said, they were dark and pale, many shades as well, the Gujar. Didn't know how to make things work, but just wanted to destroy. Everything's got to be, a melanated person is alluded to out of Africa. Who created out of Africa? What was his name? These pale skins are their own, and this is that sad part of the God gene. Y'all know that, right? And it's sad that they have been so polluted instead of rising above that and walking with us. Because they didn't create nothing. They keep creating a fallacy. They keep creating this hysterectomy of the world. Removing the truth is going to benefit them. I think the creator of creation is seeing this, and that's what's going to be cut away. Ergo, 144,000. Why I want you to hear that from DJ. The reason why there will be many, and we in the military in dark humor say cannon fodder. Those things which you give sticks and let them take up the bullet shots, and you can map the road to travel over with them. You know, Spartan type thing. The trail at Galap. You know what I'm talking about. Build the wall. Anyhow, let their bodies be the mortar for the stones. That's a perversion. That means we've lessered, not in this descent, but lessered our existence of love and compassion. I'm not saying have sympathy and empathy for it. What I'm saying is they don't know how to change. I have plenty of information. I've got all kind of pictures and things. Nobody's going to share. That's why I love my brother Paul Cook and so many other wonderful individuals who are out there with foots on the ground and Malta and this, that, and the other, and they're seeing things. And they're starting to realize it has nothing to do with colorism. But every time they tell a story, these dumb paleskins here in this land, and for some reason, not all the UK, they're waking up. I think it's because the food's better. And they're not eating all the crap over here. But over here, you paleskins are dropping the ball and failing. Like bad. Now, I'm not talking about the mercenaries and all the little soldiers overseas, because they're the fucking idiots. Not all of them. But we're talking about operatives who get the bloodlust, Dutch and all, But that's another part that he will write out, obviously. Could you imagine being a blood cell that's cut away, to never enjoy the floating and the attributes of pulling the toxins, bettering and oxygenating the water of life, and to do it over and over and again, to not be a slave, but have order to you that is established, but to be cut away and discarded as if you never existed? That's the remembrance of what y'all are creating. Every time you give a spew, not knowing what you're talking about, that even though you're gods, real gods walk among you. Another placement of the creator of creation's narrative. And these little gods want to attack the big gods as if they really know what they're doing. And we're not talking about the wombats of other lives to see which one is the one. There's a reason why the people of the old world were the chosen and the actual first founders, but the last creation. And there's a reason for their existence that is beyond all culpable. And to see, besides what they're capable of, to see the rest of the world carry on in such a way that is Cro-Magnon. Thank you. I don't know why it does that. It's just like, damn, that's stupid. Okay. So, the difference between profanity and a curse word. The term profanity is often used in a religious sense to refer to used in a religious sense. I keep telling you, there's no such thing as a curse word, nor is there such thing as profanity. It's all bullshit. It's a manipulation to utilize something to have people to be able to go, stop, disturb, because phonetically how it's utilized, the vibration. When actually, if you was to have a frequency chamber and a way to manage, when you say fuck, you would realize that it's an excellent frequency compared to hi, I didn't nurture y'all in this lie. Since to refer to language that is blasphemous, sacrilegious, or sometimes merely secular. Now you got to remember, it's a term. The term profanity is often used in a religious sense. Now, in a broader sense, profanity is often referred to as explanatives, swearing, oaths, cursing, or cussing, and by a variety of euphemisms, including four-letter words and foul language. Well, what is foul language? I'm going to show you the circle, the jerk, if you don't mind. Let me give you foul first, because we know it could be a bird or something, right? Offensive to the senses, especially through having a disgusting smell or taste or being unpleasantly soiled. A disease in the feet of cattle. Wicked or immoral. Ergo, religious. Let's pull up this right here. Foul language. Expressions such as swear words, term, right, that are regarded as coarse, obscene, or otherwise unacceptable. But isn't clapping your booties on the stage obscene? Regardless of having a little, what they call a stamp on? Coarse? Is not hair coarse? Unacceptable. What's acceptable and what is unacceptable? Who writes the narrative? Well, obviously, religion created the narrative about curse words, which had nothing to do with anything. You know, I've read the King James the First, Demonology, and the Book of the Dead, and assorted of other funny-ass books. Anyway, that's why they want to control the narrative. Me saying motherfucker kiss my ass, this kid's out here swearing 100 times faster, and if you want to use the words, the vibration swear, to which is a pretty decent on the frequency level if you want to test it. Yeah, it's around like 3 something. Anyway, it's definitely not no 440. They're up here popping out a storm. Even these misguided so-called parents, and we're going to look at that word up too, allowing them to have mirror time and closet time to say all the curse words while they record and laugh. What they're saying is that they learned from them. As far as learned means to give off that negative, that energy. That's blasphemous. That's sacrilege. That's unreligious. And there be all these religious individuals that you and I went through it, right? Right? So, but it's about control. It mean nothing. The word fuck means absolutely nothing. I mean, you can stub your toe and say, ha, jigamaroo, woo, 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 woo. Or you can go, ooh, 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 mama, right? You can stub your toe and go, oh, bah. Everybody laughs, oh, it must have hurt, because they can identify with the frequency of F. Is that not a trick? Oh, you thought I got away from Prometheus, the trickster? Nimrod, as to there? Loki? You think that's... No, stay with me. Stay with me. I'm not even going to get into the nouns and the verbs as far as other detractors. Y'all can look that up. It's kind of comical, actually. Why am I pointing this out, right? Well, I know some of you are real stupid, and I know you're going to listen to them women who are hard-headed, okay? Because to you, today is Valentine's Day. Shut the fuck up. The Roman celebrations were violent. A drawing depicts the death of Saint Valentine. Doesn't that have everything to do with Orlin? Red-headed nigga? Anyway, one of them anyway. The Roman, listen, one of them anyway. Oh yeah, you had Saint Valentine's, whatever, right? You so-called UK, but y'all know what I'm talking about. In Russia and in Scotland, in Ireland. All right. So drawing depicts the death of Saint Valentine, one of them anyway. The Romans executed 2 men by that name, Valentine, Saint. February 14th of different years in the 3rd century. Now, if you've been paying attention of removing 1,000 years, you know that's not too long ago. And why is it that in Chilagua and Philly, we had coliseums that rivaled the one that Bruce Lee and them danced around in? Which, if you really research the history, the war destroyed that coliseum. But you know how the enemy is. A George Orwellian factor. And I have to bring some kind of balance. And like I've stated, I'm not here for the majority of you. I'm only here for a percentage of you. Because you will establish order. It doesn't matter how you do it. I'm not here for that. All right? Like I said, I've been giving people chances. And I'm really looking at cutting my time short here because it's just becoming pathetic. I'm going to go to Tucson and give my brother and establish things, share things. But some of you still have this worldly way about you. Not even going to go into that because it could be disappointing. So we could also, instead of saying fuck, god damn, what is, I got to look this up for y'all. I got to look this up because you know what? I do. I want to look it up in Hindi, the Gujar term. Goddamned. Goddamn adjective, a blame, cold winter. A blame, cold winter. A deuced idiot. An infernal nuisance. That's speaking about man, God. He's a blasted idiot. Let me look up another language. Okay, let me do that. Let's go ahead. We ain't gonna fuck with English because I told you this language is a spellcaster. All right. Let's look at Urdu, which is one and the same kind of. To curse someone or something as being contemptible or worthless. Mindless, idiot. It's not a foul word. It's how it's been used. If you take somebody's life, you goddamn bastard, it's like saying you idiot, you fool. How about, let's.
Goddamn. Lanak.
Lanak. Think about it. Lanak. The head body. Fuck, ruin or damage. Fuck means ruin or damage. It could mean sexual. We can look up the word sex. You could do that on your own time. An act of instance of having sex. That's an explanation. Exclamation. That's all that is. Futur. And y'all know there's a music that's a futur. You know that, right? So that's pretty much like ding, 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 oh, you know what I'm talking about? Fuck. Ruin or damage. Slam dancing. Let's get out there and fuck. Not literally by the measure of sex, or what we call copulation. Sex. We believe that's, well, train cars couple. You have the male end of the plug and the female end of the inlet. It's not about ruining or damaging, it's about coupling, right? As far as the broad English narrative, okay? But when you can go deeper, y'all can look that up. I'm just pointing out to you how they are using control, especially with YouTubers, when they say, oh, wait a minute, this is not child friendly. Get the fuck out of here. Those are the main sons of bitches on here who are doing some foul things with children. Okay, that's enough of that shit. I just wanted to broach upon that because some people have this saying, oh, it's asking me to subscribe? Hell no. Anyway, they have this saying, right? And I wasn't surprised that I see it coming from so many goddamn liberals. It's not disdain or hate for my brothers and sisters, but those of you choosing to be liberal, you're pretty fucking stupid. When enough of us have broke down the truth of information, reestablish the republic and be the Republicans your ancestors once were, you dumb fucks. I don't respect them at all. I'm scrolling down to pull this up. If it's all right with you, I don't want to scroll back. I don't feel like doing that. Okay. Some will say, well, it's the same thing. Well, that shows you're not as intelligent as you really are. Supposed to be, at least. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's got several. Wow. Anyway, let's just type that shit in. I couldn't believe when I saw 3 people. Obviously, they must follow each other to say this. They're messing with the lighting again. Somebody actually made a statement talking about, it's better to curse than use profanity. No, it's better not to curse than use profanity. Flip it around. Damn it, you can say it either way. They're pretty stupid. I say we live in a world where people put on certain clothes and they make 6 figures. And they believe, because they damn sure don't know, that whatever comes out their mouth is gold. It's just like Charles Schwab and all those idiots living that life of perversion because they are permitted. And so they must look down on everybody else. They will be erased from history completely. All the little operatives that want to ride and see, and they have all this, I'm strong, righteous, and white power, and all this. And I'm a CIA operative, but I've killed over 1,000 people. I work on these vehicles nobody knows about, and I'm conditioned and trained just to take a life, don't talk, I don't have to, because they say I can't. The state will be wiped clean of every last one of them. I told you I have a story to tell, and these idiots who keep hiding and doing these goofy things on here, and they believe, oh, well, it won't be painful. It doesn't mean that you don't get to exist. You will not be allowed back into. That's all I want to say about that. So hold on to your beliefs, because they don't know. Even them things that hide amongst you, who have betrayed everything to believe they actually have control. Yeah. So, while the world tramples on the backs of you gods, unaware of what they're doing, with their propped up, oh, they have a lot of history, and they couldn't make the correction. They just choose not to. I wanted you to see, because it seems like everybody thought I was crazy when I was saying the moon, all this out here is from destruction, a war you can't even understand. And there are grand buildings and things all under that. It's everywhere. When I was pointing out, when I was able to do it at Apex, when I was auto mechanic, school, and going across the street with the nude mod, I was the only dude at the nude yoga and Krav Maga on the roof of that building with firefighters and everything. And we took the stone and the copper, and I got them to learn how to, and I got them all, and it seemed like at one moment, after about 15, 20 minutes, we got synced, and the copper started going in a circle and tearing up that little concrete slab that, you know, I picked up on the way there. And the teacher came in, brother, he was like, I gotta stop that. I was like, what do you know about this? He said, it's freaky. And everybody then was like up under me. I couldn't even eat lunch without them following me. I walk all the way down to Barnes & Noble store. I have like 20 people right with me, behind me. Like, I was like, what is this? You know? Frequencies, y'all. Everything is based upon it. Even what's been established. Though it may be false as far as being way out of order, it's real. You are real. Yet you're not allowed to exist as you permit. So you see, if you pull up Google Earth and you go to the cliffs, the mezzanines over the Monument Valley. Now there are grand buildings there and everything. The Navajos didn't even know how to build no shit like that. These are our things, all right? Yes. We're talking about buildings that once you see it look like castles. Destroyed when these bastards came here, blowing them up when nobody was here, when they was tearing everything up. Oh, they would have still been looking pretty lovely. All right, even in Utah, there's plenty of them up there. Even the old giant sycamore trees and redwoods, chopped down and brought down before we all came together to quell something or something coming here that wasn't supposed to come here. Okay, who had been here and had left. That's destruction out there. Beyond the scope of your understanding, but beyond the scope of whatever they can do today. Oh, they can do some stuff, but the stuff is still out there. Those are literally things that weigh as much as a goddamn cruise liner. Each one of them blocks in that Lego, that flat that you mostly can't see, that every once in a while the earth shake from these idiots want to play, you know, fall. We're talking about, and in some places you can see where whole things were removed. Like, it's not that it slid forward or anything. You can see the things in there, and it's like a whole block weighing as much as the Empire State, well, as much as a cruise liner, or maybe 5 tanks or 10 tanks, maybe even more, literally removed. Who was able to do that? But the destruction, that's what you see out there. Where they say, you know, the Navajo say, well, those are God's fingers. Oh, that's not the fuck it is. That's destruction. Plateau. You can still see areas they call elephant foot. You can see mountains with all of a sudden this flat thing still balancing up there after all those winds, ginormous, not moving. That was part of a plateau, a bigger picture. And you can see all the stuff dug out. And yet you can still go and see those who survived that came back, who wanted to build up in the walls. They said, the Anasazi, that's not who they were. The Anasazi means you're our fucking enemy. That's what it means. And they shut the fuck up when I said that. And the Pimas were laughing. Oh, they back. I was like, no, the niggas ain't wake up yet. They dealing with some goofy niggas who would sell themselves out to, you know, to be like Billy D and all of them, to get a butt plug up, you know, and I guess they got tainted and they got that little sensation and they think that's the it. No, there's a lot of foul things and they run around believing that it's okay. And that's the world we live in, sadly. It is what it is. And women who can't get their heads right because they're around men who just ain't right at all. And they believe that they can hold on to where they're at. And no, you're just brother downgrading yourself. So you can go there, you know, you see this, right? And most people see this and they believe it's just because Westerns condition you. It's called preemptive programming. So they knew when they did that, again, going back to Prometheus, Loki, the trickster, you know, make you believe in something that's far from it. I want you to pay attention when I show you these, okay? I'm gonna hold it up. I'm not doing screen to screen. When Rondo gets his ass here, then we'll figure it out, and I'll do it screen fucking and screen, because I'm not using the stuff that I have, okay? because it just didn't even look right. And it was like, oh, what the fuck what did I do? So I want you to really pay attention, because when I drive, like if I'm going to Jerome, the Copper City, right? And I just want to go and get away and just walk around, maybe spend a night there. Y'all would never know it. Cause you won't come and find the fuck out. I look at these things as I'm traveling, and I'm not in awe, far from it. I just love it. But the sad thing is, y'all don't get to see it because you choose ignorance over light. Look at this. And to you, that just looks like stone standing there, like, yeah, the wind and maybe the flood. Like, stop being stupid. You have things of an old world, an old ancient world. You don't even know how to look to see what you need to see. Look at this. Oh, there goes one of those cliffs. You see that? And if you can see it, you can see there's a certain level that has a burn mark. But up here, all this once was the plateau to something. Blown the fuck out. When I say a war you cannot even fucking fathom or imagine, I mean a war. Now, was there once water levels over this? Of course. But there are things that you just don't understand. That's beyond the scope of anything you can understand. Even that fake-ass Vatican with their 50 miles of... They don't even have records on some of this. They have... people are still deciphering shit. No, this stuff... They know the destruction was real. The moon ain't out in some fictional outer space. It's right up above you. And then we have this right here. I really want you to pay attention and look at all the different levels. I really want you to see. And now you got to use perception. Just because it looks this way doesn't mean that's not. I've stood out there when I was at the Lucifer Observatory, and the people was like, I said, why is this called Lucifer Observatory, built on my ancestors' mound? I don't know. I says, yeah, well, it says, well, who are you? I says, my name is James Lucifer. But that lady went and disappeared so fucking fast. Jaime. It's one of them ancient names, isn't it? Jaime. Lucifer. Anyway. Y'all need to really pay attention to things. Idiot's going to idiot. Okay? Even when they don't think they're an idiot. You dig me? I just wanted to come on and share a little bit of information. Prometheus, the primordial soup. You can look up the word primordial. I'm not going to do all that. Primordial soup. That gets back into man coming from fucking the water, the lizard, to the ape. Fuck bullshit. That is not how it happened. Spoken into existence. Is it spoke like we speak? Or is it frequencies collaborated based on design, natural order, to permit something in existence all over, everywhere? And if you still think Earth is this flat disc that just stops at a certain point, no, it's infinite. There's none of this shit. That's not infinite. That's the sign they give you. Infinite. It goes on. There's no rationale to give an end to anything. You're infinite. You're just not walking in your truth because you're having an existence that could have been long, but still only be a moment in time because the idiots are too dumb just to play nice and do the right thing. They're too fucking dumb. Ergo, the deception. That's why I say you have to raise your frequency. If that wasn't the case, why would they have to put 440 out everywhere and 808, which is 750? Why would they have to do that? So am I lying? I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Pale skins, when you're telling the fucking story, stop trying to make this brothers and sisters all out of Africa, you dumb fucks. They were the first segregation over there. And it's not Africa, it's Atbulan, which is magical to Tartary, you stupid fucks. Stop being so goddamn benign and stupid. Dummkopfs. I mean, dumbasses. I figured I'd share that with you. Let me shout you out and I'm getting the fuck off of here. Rondo, what's up, beloved? Marcus Williams, Grand Elevation. Herbo, what's up, beloved? Ocelot, salute. What's going on, beloved? I am Baby Girl Slaughter, salute. What's up, mama? Bernard Teller. I see people getting hit with super. Y'all want to donate. I see at least I give super chats, but I see people getting super chats, getting lied to on a regular. I guess I'm just not worthy, am I? It is what it is. Go to books. Damn shame. Mr. C, what's going on, beloved? Anyway, see y'all here in a few hours. I'm going to go and make something to eat. Sit back. I'm not reading until I come back to read with you guys. I don't read so much where I'm not, and I never burn out from reading. It's obvious. I just sometimes have to put shit down. You know, when you know things. I do it because I realized when I accepted it, I do it for you. Anyway, let me go ahead and sign off. I appreciate everybody. It's nothing but love. One day, those of you who are supposed to, you'll get it, and I'll see you.